What is the difference between a flat white, a latte, and a cappuccino? Let's make them and I'll talk you through it. Now, for starters, we want to make sure that we're making them in the right cup. So I'm going to today make a flat white in a 190ml cup like that. I'm also going to do my cappuccino in a 190ml cup. I'm going to use a 220ml glass for my latte, and that is probably one point of difference for your latte, is they tend to have a little bit more milk through them. So they can be a little bit more diluted in milk to coffee ratio. There's still the same amount of coffee because I'm putting a single shot in each of these. Now, if you prefer a stronger coffee, go for a double shot. If you want to go for something a little bit more robust, and you would go for maybe a double ristretto. Keep an eye out for a video that we're producing soon, helping you learn more about ristrettos. It might already be out, so go have a look for that one. But the main thing that we want to talk about today is really the difference between the milk texturing. Now, the biggest difference is the amount of air that you're actually adding to that coffee. So rather than not just the difference in cups and ratios, the cups and ratios are a personal thing. For us here, I'm serving Champion beans, and we know they taste great with a single shot through 190 mils of in that size cup for our coffee and our ratio. But if you're using a different size cup, you might look at a different flavor profile, a different ratio of coffee to milk. But for us, single shot in that size is fine. Once we do get to 8 ounces in a takeaway cup, we are doing a double ristretto. Flavor-wise, we want to punch through that extra bit of milk, but then we're doing a double shot for our 12 ounces in latte, flat white, and cappuccino. So it's the same, essentially the same coffee to milk ratio in that for all three of them. So the biggest difference is at the milk section and the texture you're adding. So let's say our flat white, we're going to say flat white is about 5 mils of froth. Now, the easiest way to determine whether you're going to get extra froth is by only putting the air into the milk for a small amount of time. So come in close and have a listen to this. So if I get this started, no air yet, but only add like 1 to 2 seconds of air, and then I'll lift up, and that'll be all the air I'm adding, making sure I obviously don't overheat that milk. So that's my flat white. Now this time, latte. So we're going again, but they're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. A little bit more air, lift up, no more air. There's my latte. Now this time, my cappuccino. Let's just get that air in there as soon as possible. 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 seconds of air. Now we've got plenty in there, and you can see how much that milk has risen because of the extra air. Now, I've definitely put plenty in there, but you can see how there's actually a bit of a smaller level, middle, and the extra that I put in there for that cappuccino. Now this is the biggest point of difference. So now we've got, that'll be my cap single shot in this glass, in this cup, sorry. There's my single. And now you can see, let's get those bubbles out. You can see this milk is just that bit thinner. It'll still texture really nicely. So when I go and pour it through my shot, we're just going to do a nice simple pour. You can see how much lighter and thinner this is. Yeah? Now a flat white drinker does want a flat coffee. In specialty coffee, we can still steam our milk flat and give us enough texture to actually still pour latte out. We don't really want to just a hot milk drink. We want it to still look beautiful, but your flat white drinkers, they don't want the froth. So they're looking for that experience. Cool. So now we've got our latte milk. You can see straight away, we do have a bit of extra texture in there. It's not a lot. It's not, I wouldn't say it's frothy, but when we go to pour it, we can see straight away that we've got that bit of extra texture to work with. And we can pull. Now we'll be able to see that settle and how much extra froth there is there. Now, I definitely added plenty of air into this, just for the example. I really need to make sure I blend that in. I'm even just gonna throw a little bit of that froth out. There's plenty in there. Now, we here in Australia, we put a bit of chocolate on ours, so I'll pretty it up. I'm gonna put that chocolate straight on there. Come back here to make sure that's really well textured. So we don't want that to split. We'll come back. 1, 2, 3. There it is. Good amount of texture. I can do what I want. Cool. Lovely. Now you can see that I've even made it dome over slightly. We don't need to do big domes anymore. We're kind of past that, but I just wanted that example of really having good, nice microfoam milk that's textured and holding. And it will kind of dome if you want it to. Flat whites, obviously, we're not going to try that because it'll spill. And that latte, we've got a nice, about 10 mils of froth in that latte. So a simple rule that we kind of go off would be 5 mil for a flat white, 10 mils for a latte, 15 mils for a cappuccino. Now, we're not going to get the ruler out, but you get the idea. And that's the biggest difference between these drinks. The experience of drinking a full mouthfeel cappuccino versus, you know, a nice latte that coats your mouth, and a flat white that's not quite as intense in the mouthfeel. So that for us here in modern coffee today, they're the 3 most popular coffees. You'll pump them out through the bar. We've got, that's probably, I reckon, 80% of the volume in most of the cafes that we manage here and our wholesale cafe partners. Be pumping out large caps all day, but we love our black coffee, but this is a huge part of the market. You want to make sure that you understand the differences, so when you can talk to your customers and know what experience they're getting. So I hope this helps. If you've got any questions, put your comments down below. If you have any feedback or you do it differently in your country, in your cafe, what do you do? What size cups do you use? Is there any other techniques? Do I do it differently to you? So we're always interested to hear what people say in their areas. Let me know if you like the video, hit the bell icon because we're always releasing new videos and you want to get notified, and hit the like button and subscribe. We love our community and we love what we're growing here at Artisti. So thank you for watching. I hope this helps and we'll see you next time. Cheers.